Today we just took in the Junior Rebels against the Westchester Marines. Now we got the big boys and girls. PHC 2015, AYHL action, home game against our opponents from Valley Forge, Pennsylvania, the Valley Forge Minutemen. These are today's game: possession, setting it up. And you know my three letters that I love to talk about, the primary scoring area. We want to see some structure. We want to see puck possession, play in the middle of that ice as much as possible, play as a team. We hope to tickle the twine early and often today. But we expect a hard-fought battle, as we do expect to get everyone's best in the AY all season long. So just playing as a unit. No team. Please go back from illness. We're ready to go. All right, as warm-ups continue here, we're ready. Michelle Mauer has the arena jumping. I'm ready to go. Eddie's ready to go. We may need to find a wedding to crash later this evening. We're ready to go here against the Valley Forge Minutemen. 1:26 left in warm-ups. The house is jumping. We're ready to go. Me and Eddie are looking to crash a wedding later. So if you know of any, let us know. We'll represent. Pucks are going to start coming into their nets. Teams are going to gather and we're going to be on the way. Like I said, let's play aggressive, team-focused hockey. Out in those center seams. And my key, what I'm looking for today is puck possession. We want to see the boys making extra plays with the puck. We don't want to be throwing pucks. We want to use this team to find our time and space. We need some of that Kyle to play great hockey last weekend in Cleveland, Ohio, with some of the best in the country. So we got to keep that speed up. We got to keep that aggressiveness up. We expect a big game from the Hungry Dogs and the White. We gather at their nets. I will go into the box. We'll get their last pre-game instructions from Coach Sauer. And we'll get ready to go. We got Coltman Williams looking like he's going to be in the blue paint to start this one. One game this weekend, AYHL matchup. We expect to be split duty in that net, but we're hoping the best defense is not to allow any opportunities down our own end. So we'll get after it. We'll possess the puck, and we'll look to make sure we have things firing on all cylinders. Playing between the dots, playing in that 44-foot center seam. Getting a lot of pucks to the net early. I'd like to see some low shots and traffic in front. Driving that net, getting good net front drive. Of course, with our sticks on the ice. So Coach Sauer is going to send out Nasty, as he wants to be called. That is Maximus Roach between Phil Pacelli and Logan Pucciero, with Z-Man and Carr on the back end. Old man Williams getting his crease ready. He's looking to own that crease today. We're ready for center ice face-off. Refs are down the other end. Repairing the top of the net. So nothing that goes up top squirts through. It looks like there was a little bit of a hole in the net. A little bit. You're good. All right, ready to go. Roachy steps in, his eyes on that puck. We're dropped and underway. Minutemen come out of the pile with it. They're going to gain the line. They'll fire this one in. That's going to get wide of Williams' net. Contreras will collect on the half wall. Got Roach's support. It gets out into that center seam. Tap in, it's fired back in. Z-Man will calmly collect. He's going to throw it off the side of his net. Step to it. Keep it out back of Colton's cage. And now Roachy gets his toes up. He's going to go. He's going to hit that line with speed. He's going to drive wide. He's getting the toes up. Trying to drive back in. Surfed by Logan Latch. And pushed into that corner. Minutemen will collect. Push it back out. Picked off by Roachy at the top of the zone. Push back around. Minutemen will collect. It's kept in at the point by Fazio. Fazio puts it back down the wall. Baselli will get back to it after behind the Minutemen net. Trying to collect it, come out on his forehand. Plays it down the slot for Anuchuk. Anuchuk fires it in. Save made by the Minutemen goalkeeper early in this one. We'll have an offensive zone draw. To the right of the Minutemen goalie, we got Spittle between Anuchuk and Sauer. Winton and Fazio at points. This one's put out in front. Spittle collects and fires it in. It gets wide of the Minutemen net. Played back out in front by Sauer. Jumped the lane by the Minutemen, and they're going to try to skate this one out into the neutral zone. To get out there, but met by a couple white jerseys and turn around and push back in. Minutemen will come out the other side with it. They'll skate this one out. That's Charles Cavanaugh driving up the boards, met by a couple white jerseys. Pushed into the PHC zone, where Fazio will collect it, or Winton will collect it, play it D to D. Gets back out into the neutral zone. We fumbled out one. It's thrown back in. And that'll get in. Fazio will collect, pull up on the far side. Played ahead to Gerbeck. Gerbeck plays it out into that center seam to Spittle. Spittle turns. He's going to come the other way with it. Gets across the blue line. Fires it into the back of the net. So there you go. Good charge up the ice. Good start. Low, hard shot. Finishes the try for the first time today. And I'm hoping we do that early and often as much as possible. You know what? I could probably move on the other side of these guys. If you don't mind it, until she goes in. I don't need the charger anymore. Puck ensues. Bounce around in the neutral zone. Maurer will collect. He'll come back into his own line. Unless we want to move that way. I just don't want these guys in the shot all the time. It's out front. Beast Mode collects. He fires it. It's blocker to side by the goalkeeper. It's played back out front. Roachy collects. He's standing on that doorstep. So we're driving center lane. Getting pucks and bodies to the net. Roachy tickles the twine for the second time today. He's our best cameraman. Voted on by the fans, too. You know what I mean? I give headaches because I'm bouncing when I'm trying to do it. Roachy takes the center ice face off. Chipped ahead, collected by the Minutemen. They play it forward. Carr's going to step. He's going to get across the red line. He's going to drive down, chip down the boards, trying to push it in. It's collected and thrown back out into the neutral zone where it's calmly collected by Z-Man. He'll get his eyes up. He'll skate back. Plays it to Carr. Carr will now roll the other way. He's going to get outside. He's going to get across the red. He'll get across the blue. Pushes it deep, and now he's going to try to charge in, join the rush. He'll get around. He'll lift the stick. He's in on it. Dannenhauer covering for him alertly. Sorry, I jumped in your way. And now we're covered and back in all support. Roachy collects. He's trying to get back to forehand. He throws it towards the net. Hits the goaltender, bounces out, and now the Minutemen are coming the other way. Carr contains to play it through. Z-Man collects. He's going to get back onto that forehand. trying to hit the center seam, flip that ice, but it's picked off by the Minutemen. They'll gain the line. They're going to try to play it back across. Good step by Carr. Carr will poke this one ahead. He's going to collect it himself. He's going to stretch the Gerberbeck. Gerberbeck collects it. He's north of the red line. He drags in. He's in that center seam. Drags past. Sticked away by a desperate Mac checker. And Johnny's dumped and deposited to the back of his breezers. So we'll go man up. Brought to you today by Dunlop's Bar and Grill. Stop in there. It's early enough. Grab some breakfast. The Hippie Man hash. The Scott Gomez burrito. Maybe just a sausage, egg, and cheese. Mixed with either a heavy sand. They got some pumpkin porters on tap. They also got a nice spicy Blood Harry. Tell them Eddie Williams saying. So we're man up. Declan Spittle, the offensive zone draw. To the left of the Minutemen. It's played back to Winton. Winton will go D to D to Fazio. Fazio will collect. Will walk that line. He's going to pull up. Play it back down the wall. Into the corner for Spittle. Spittle will turn. Good puck possession. He's going to put it to Pucciarello, who's on that half wall. He comes off. He plays it back behind the net to Spittle. Spittle will look to go to work from Gretzky's office. He plays it back to Pucciarello. Pucciarello is going to walk up. He's going to play it far point to Winton. Gets out into the neutral zone, and Logan Latz strips him, and now we're coming the other way. Fazio is looking to close that gap. It's played back across, far off by Colton Williams as they fired back to his far pad. He stayed square, and now we're coming the other way. Pacelli's got numbers at the line. He's got Spittle. He's got Pucciarello with him. He plays it across. Spittle lets it get through. Pucciarello gets out to the half wall, but good idea. Good unselfish play. They're trying to make the right hockey plays. They're possessing the puck. So we run around. Nooner will get to this one. He'll keep it in. Followed up, and that's going to be iced by the Minutemen. So we will come 200 feet for an offensive zone draw to the left of the Minutemen goalkeep. Just joining us, 10:31 left in the first period. PHC still on a man-up opportunity for 31 clicks. Offensive zone draw, trying to set up, work in to that PSA, and try to tickle that twine for the third time today. Spittle with a good win. Wins it back to Maurer. Maurer will walk down the boards. He'll come back up. He looks, he walks, he turns, fires, and that's in the back of the net. I don't know if it hit something on the way in. Little belly tip drill. So we'll have to go to the score sheet to see who gets credit on it. But good patience, good puck possession. Not fighting over the puck. Pacelli lets Maurer have it. Maurer walks down the wall, doesn't like what he sees, walks back, doesn't go D to D. That was covered. He gets into the shooting lane and he fires it hard and low with bodies in front. Nooner will collect this one, push it forward where Anucciok's going to collect. He's going to get the red line. He'll dump it deep, and now we're going to get that forecheck going. Sowers on his horse trying to ride into town. Roche gets there first. Anucciok ties up on the boards. Roche collects it. He's going to come out the other side with it. Plays it back across, looking for Sauer. Gets under the stick, but good look. It's played back out in front by Lucas. Puck bouncing around. Sauer will get after this. It's chipped past him behind the net, but Anucciok gets above it. Maurer keeps momentarily. Second effort gets the support of Anucciok. And then we're trying to keep here. As we find the puck bouncing off the boards, Anucciok gets it. He drives, he leaves it for Sauer, but kept in by Nunez as the Minutemen collected and tried to chip it forward in the neutral zone, unable to get the puck out. Roach will get there, but we're in a line change, so that gets played out in the neutral zone where Beast Mode will collect. He'll go back D to D to Z-Man. Z-Man comes D to D. Nunez will now collect. Chip it off the boards looking for Anucciok. Gets past him, kept in at the far point, but down the Howard is stick in the passing lane. He's going to get it. He's driving wide. He's in the center. He's across the red. He's across the blue. He fights through a stick check or two. Plays it back across into the back check of the Minutemen, and now they're coming the other way. Good challenge by Johnny Gerberbeck. He gets him with a little bit too much speed. Shoulder cap gets him. So they're going to call the shoulder check. Again, good play. 4 years too early. Probably 4 years too early. So we'll have a defensive zone draw to the right of Coltman Williams. We're man down. We have Spittle and Pacelli with Z-Man and Carr on the back end, called upon to kill this one off. So again, we're going to want to play structure. We're going to want to play in our box. We're going to let them play in the soft ice. So we'll mark up. Jump the lanes. It gets out to the point. Minutemen collect it. Fire it back in. Gets wide at Williams' net. Z-Man will collect behind his own net. He'll reverse back out the other side. Pacelli will collect this on the sidewall. Try to chip it past the pinch and D, but it hits their body and it gets out to the point. Logan Latch fires this one back down. Carr will now pursue in the corner, trying to force him up and force him up to that top circle. Kennedy collects. He fires it in. It's through. Kick the side. Good rebound control by Williams. Gets out to the half wall where Pacelli contains. Gets pushed down to the corner. Hand off to Z-Man. Z-Man will collect it. He'll play it to Pacelli. Pacelli's going to go off the boards and it bounces out in the neutral zone. Spittle trying to collect it, but fought off by the Minutemen. Second effort by Spittle. Wins it, and he wins the line. He pushes this deep, lifts a stick or two. Fought off, but he collects it by himself in the corner. Now he'll hit and pin and try to kick some time off this penalty kill. He's 1-on-3, and he's winning the battle. He's winning the battle, fighting hard. Minutemen will collect. Now they'll come out the other side of it. Pacelli's going to try to get above it. Z-Man will keep. As it was rung around, he'll go off the boards. Pacelli collects. He fires it towards the net. Stick to side by Kennedy, and now they're trying to stretch him. They hit the guy in the center seam. Good back check by Z-Man. Gets a stick on it. Gets wide. Nice back check. Good coverage. Good, strong stance and challenge by Colton. And now we're coming the other way. Z-Man enters the line. Drags through, fires, kick save, made, rebound, put back by Pacelli. So good penalty kill. Good back check by Z-Man. Turns into a scoring opportunity at the other end. PHC. Tickle and Twine, early. Live in-game shout-out goes to my man Lando. I see him in the building. I haven't seen him in a while, but he's here cheering on his favorite team, the PHC 2015s. Big shout-out to Landon Williams. As I hear he's killing it on the deck, as he's playing deck hockey this season, trying to convince him get out on the ice with PHC next year. Good poke check by Joshua Fazio. It's played ahead. Bouncing around. Nuchuk will collect. He'll get it deep into the Minutemen zone. Nuchuk trying to put that forecheck on. Roach collects, steps out of the corner with it. Into a swarm of yellow jerseys. And now they're coming the other way. Good contain by Fazio and Winton. Matching speed. Good gap control. Good poke. Sauer collects. He flips that ice to Anunciuk, and Anunciuk pushes it ahead. Puts the pressure on. Roach above it. Keeps it in. Anunciuk finds Sauer. Sauer steps. He fires. Big sliding save made, but good puck movement. We're possessing pucks. We're not just throwing pucks. We're getting it back out into that center seam. Reset and trying to get quality scoring chances. As that one goes down as a quality scoring chance from the PSA. Big stop by Minutemen goalkeeper. And his teammates let him know, hey, big time stop there. So we left you on the clothesline. But you fight it off. Spittle takes this offensive zone draw. It's won by the Minutemen into the corner. The Minutemen will collect. We're going to push up the boards. It's jumped by Beast Mode. Beast Mode steps back out into the center, trying to find it, plays it across. Stick to side, gets out to the point where Maurer will go D to D to Nooner. Nooner will walk, top of the circle, he fires, deflected just wide. Gerberbeck will collect it. He puts it behind the net to Beast Mode. Beast Mode turns outside. He has high man, goes back to the point for Nooner. Nooner goes D to Maurer. Maurer will walk with it. He'll walk down, draws one, draws two, now plays it back across to his defensive, who holds the blue line. He plays it down the wall to Beast Mode. Beast Mode plays it behind, looking for Gerberbeck. Gerberbeck gets it in the far corner. He's bumped off the puck, but the hands go up. And the Minutemen will collect and touch this one. They get whistled dead for another body check. Wanted to see what he called, but listen, we're out. We're playing with speed. Yeah, hit Johnny in the back. I didn't know if they were going to go board, roughing, checking, but they tap the shoulder for a body check. So Gerberbeck drawing 2 penalties early in this game. That's a stat that does not go on the scoreboard. But again, he's drawing a lot of penalties this season as he's relentlessly pursuing that puck. So that one's played back. It splits our D. Carl will get back to collect this. He's going to get his toes up. Play it ahead to Pucciarello. Pucciarello just chips it in. We'll chip it back out. Z-Man will collect it this time. We'll get back into his own zone. He's going to play it ahead to Carr. Carr's above the red line. Need to possess that puck rather than throw it down the boards there. It'll fight it off as he gets the support of Roachy, trying to push it back forward. It gets out into that center seam. Z-Man will collect. He's got Pucciarello, Roach on that weak side. It's red and picked off by the Minutemen. They're going to gain the line. They draw back ahead. They draw back and forth, and they fire it in. Williams kicks it across, makes the first save, makes the second, and then it's sticked away by his defensive. It gets back in. It gets up over the net. Carr's going to collect this one. Control it. Plays it to Rochi. Rochi net chips it forward. And now Pacelli's going to put the forecheck on. He closes that gap quickly, forcing them back up their own wall. Putrero following it up, gets it, comes off the wall, gives it back to Pacelli. Pacelli turns and fires, and that gets up and barred down as it hit something in front. Or did he change the angle and elevate Austin Matthews like? They got up quick, nothing the goaltender could do there. But, again, if we possess the puck, good things happen. Philip Pacelli, the money man, striking on the power play. Put a man down. What were we? Power play. We were man up. Tickles the twine for the 5th time today. If you're just joining us, 4:55 left in the first period. PHC extends that lead to 5-0. Spittle pushes forward. Nuccio jumps and bumps through the lane, then wears a yellow jersey. Minutemen collect. They're going to try to make something happen in the neutral zone. They're going to gain the PHC line. Forced outside. The plate in behind Williams' net. Good challenge by Joshua Fazio. Spittle, low and slow in the support, picks it up, flips it out into that center seam for Nuccio, who on the second effort collects. He'll play it forward. Minutemen will collect and they'll fire it out the other side. Comes back ahead. Fazio sticks to the side. Sauer's going to collect. He's going to gain the red line. He'll push it deep, wear a body. If the Minutemen collect and push it back out in the neutral, and they're met by Sauer's stick. It's pushed back ahead. And Nuccio trying to get it in. We jump off sides, whistle dead. Pull that automatic offside. So we'll have neutral zone face-off just outside the Minutemen bench. Approach it between Johnny G, beast mode. Waiting and Fazio on the back end. Just played ahead. So now you got Nooner and Maurer coming out on the back end. Roach will try and chip this one forward. Gets back out into the neutral zone. Offsides. Yeah, you can't see the blue. We can see it from up here. And we were giving the referee in the first game and in Mike game a hard time. He was out there by himself. You can't see it on ice level. It's tough, as it was not repainted in the offseason. But play continues. Rochi puts the forecheck on. Gerberbeck gets above it. He cuts it off on the boards. He plays it back to Rochi. Rochi going to get back behind the net. It's going to come out the other side. Minutemen will step to it. We cut it off. They play it out into that center seam. Good job by Maurer with the support of beast mode there. Beast mode will wheel this up to Gerberbeck. Gerberbeck's going to enter backwards, but controlling that puck. They let that go. Rochi will collect it. He'll give it to Gerberbeck. Gerberbeck steps out in front, plays it out in front, looking for beast mode. It gets through. Minutemen collect it, chip off the boards, and now they're coming the other way. Good stick by Dannenhauer. Fired in. Gets wide. Played out into the neutral zone. And whistle dead for the offsides as it was played back in on Williams. So now we have Declan Spittle, L-Dog, and Pacelli with Z-Man and Carl on the back end. Spittle's trying to tell his direction where he wanted him to jump. Minutemen win it, and they'll throw this one in. The icing's waved off. Z-Man will go D to Carl. Carl collect will go back off the end boards to the Z-Man. Z-Man will collect. He'll chip it up the boards to Pacelli. Pacelli gets off the wall with it, trying to play it across. Chip ahead by the Minutemen momentarily, but Pacelli collects it, carries up, he gains the blue line, turns, he fires, fans on it as it gets in off the post, plays it back out in front off a skate, looking for a bounce in, desperately just falls on it like a beached wow. Covers that one up. Not letting any incandescent lights see that one. So we'll have an offensive zone draw to the left of the Minutemen's goalkeeper. Spittle to his traffic where he wants him to go. Looking over and under. Pacelli trying to jump off that wall. He's got Z-Man and Carr at the points. Putrero will jump under. He collects it. He's going to come around. Going to walk up the wall. We'll put it back down the wall for Spittle, who was calling for it in that cycle. He's going to get hit and pinned, but Puncharero comes back down the wall, trying to pick it off. Play it off the wall, collect it, and put back to the wall by the Minutemen. Now Puncharero will step behind the net. He'll get back to his forehand. He puts it to Spittle. Spittle trying to chip off the wall. It's collected by the Minutemen. They're going to collect it and come the other way. Gets out in the neutral zone. Carr will get it, go D to D right away. He'll try to step and wheel it up to Pacelli. Pacelli turns, blows an edge. But good look, good idea. Carr will join the rush. He's going to join. He's going to get some white ice. He winds, he fires, he loads. He hits pipe, bounds out, backs out in front, but a good challenge by Carr. Good support by Dylan Pacelli. Steps into that white ice, rings iron. Now we're coming the other way. Spittle gains the line. He's driving wide. He's hauled down. No arms go up. Pacelli will collect till 10-2. Opens up, gives it to Puncharero. Puncharero steps past one. He'll point up. He's got 4 point. He finds Fazio. Fazio's got white ice. He turns. He fires. Deflection, bounces around, back of the net. So good look, good patience, good puck possession. If we move the puck and we stretch their structure, they run around, you get pucks to the net, it's pure chaos. There's nothing they can do. It's that easy. And I like what we're seeing. We're taking steps forward here, working on playing off the wall and in the center of the ice in practice. Doing some good video this week. Moving in the right direction. I gotta tell you. This one's one back forward. Roach will collect. He's going to try to step past. He's going to try to split them all. Cut off by the Minutemen. Now we're coming the other way. Good contained. Good stick lift by Max Roach. Relentless back pressure. Allows Sauer to step through. He gets off the wall, back out into that center seam. Met by a yellow stick, but it's poked ahead. We have 5 jerseys that are pressuring that puck. So Fazio gains the red line, fires it back in, and Nucciok will put the initial pressure on Roach above it, forcing them back behind their own net. Sauer picks a pocket. Roach collects. He's looking to play it. He'll step back, playing that soft ice, take what's given to him, plays it back off the end boards, looking for Sauer on the far side, but the Minutemen jump to that one. They're going to skate this one and try to flip it back out into the center seam where it was contained, collected and thrown in. Fazio calls off his partner. He'll step to the puck. He'll use his own net. He's on the forehand. Trying to stretch that ice, looking for Lucas Sauer. Cut off by the Minutemen at the blue line, but relentless pressure by Roach. He chips it back out in the neutral zone. Minutemen trying to step through. Good surf by Michael Winton. Stays out in the neutral zone. PHC going for a line change. So trying to not have too many. Played ahead. Collected by Winton. He'll push it forward. It's coming back down that center seam. Roachy pushes him out to that wall where one of them, forcing to play it in. Maurer will collect on his forehand. He'll come around. He's going to use some white ice as he realizes the Minutemen are in change. He plays it ahead. It gets past Gerberbeck. Minutemen collect inside their own zone. They're trying to hit that center seam. They chip it past. But Maurer recovers, beast mode, back checking, keeps him outside the dots. We're playing relentless pressure, team hockey here. I like what I'm seeing in the early going. It's pushed up the wall. Gerberbeck trying to get off the wall with it, looking for Spittle. It's played back in. Horn sounds at the end of one. PHC hanging on to a 6-0 lead. Tickle in the twine 6 times today. Looking like a hockey team. Moving in the right direction. Now we got the board out. They're talking to him. Winton. Collecting, talking to the D. Letting them know to handle the puck. Make a good first pass. We're not throwing up the boards like we typically do. So we're trying to possess that puck. Trying to get back out into the center seams. Looking for net drive. Colton. Coltman needs water. We're back for second period action. You see the Hollydale Ice Arena. I like what we're saying. We're playing out in the center. That's where we're going to play. We're actually setting up and handling the puck, controlling it, right? So we'll flip sides. We'll have the long change. Williams will get down to the far crease. Minutemen will take the crease to my right. Down the PHC bench side. Right under Dunlop's Bar and Grill. I see some people sitting at the glass up there in Dunlops, tuned into this one. So we started the second period. We got Declan Spittle out between Dannenhauer and Gerberbeck with Maurer and Nooner on the back end, Colton Williams in that far crease. Spittle's telling him, jump the lane, I'm pushing this your way. So he wins it back to Maurer. Maurer trying to play it ahead. It's jumped by the Minutemen, but Maurer recovers, rides him off the puck, allows Nunez to step to it in that support system. Nooner will play it around. Gerberbeck's trying to collect. He's bumped off the puck. It's kept in by the Minutemen, but good stick by Nooner. Allowing Maurer to collect, and again, he's going to possess the puck. He's going to turn up in front of his own net. He'll make a good first kick to pass. Has to get out there. It doesn't. It's kept in. They try to play it back down the center seam, but beast mode lifts the stick. He gets his toes up, and he's going to go. He plays it ahead, trying to stretch Gerberbeck. Stick aside by the Minutemen, but cut off by Dannenhauer, who plays it deep. Gerberbeck's going to look to get in on the far side. It's played back around. Dannenhauer will get to this one on the half wall. Uses the big frame of his to impede any progress, and then he gets the support of Spittle forward. Minutemen collect the turn. They fire it to Maurer. Maurer's going to try to go back door to Gerberbeck. Gerberbeck trying to hit a bouncing ball like it's stick ball in the schoolyard. Unable to connect. Good look, good thought, good opportunity. Stays out of the back of the net. So we got our A team with us today. Dan Shaw on the camera work. And all the feedback from the long-term listeners. When he's on the camera, it's usually the best camera work that we have. So offense is a draw to the right. Minutemen goalkeeper Roach wins this one to the half wall. It wasn't. Pucciarello steps through, plays it back across, looking for Spinelli. He plays in Woodbridge, looking for Pacelli. Roach gets a stick on it, Pacelli then taps it in. So, good idea. Good patience, and you're playing it back across, creating chaos. As we drive that net, creating chaos in front, good things happen. Tell you what, love what I'm seeing. Love what I'm seeing today. Pacelli's going to get after this one. Now we just got to learn how to, as we worked on it last week in Cleveland, play a full 45-minute game. So Pacelli wears a body. Roach steps through it, though, as he's able to shoot. And then following up is Pucciarello. He's going to turn and plays it back across for Roach. Stick under the hands, but he fires it back. Save made. This is going to get out to the point. Roach will collect it. He's got Carr above it. So Carr will get in there and try to dig it free. The Minutemen will collect. They're coming the other way with it. Good stick lift by Logan Pucciarello. So understanding we have support, right, and we have guys out in the center seam playing off the wall, we're able to make hockey plays. Roach fires us from back across. Play back up the center seam, and now we're going to turn 1-on-2 developing. Carr will challenge at the blue line. He'll stick once, stick twice, and Pacelli picks it up. He's got a step, and now he's coming the other way. He's going to drive wide. He's going to reverse up, plays it back across for Pucciarello, who collects in that PSA. He'll reverse. He's going to look, plays it down to Pacelli. Pacelli turns, he tries to elevate it, gets up over the net. Spittle will collect. He's going to go to Fazio, far point. No, he'll look, he'll walk. Yes, now he goes to Fazio. Fazio loads. He's looking to hit Pacelli on that half wall, but he'll collect it as they hit the feet. Now he's going to play it to Winton. Winton will play it down towards the net. Nuccio tries to tip. Pucciarello will collect behind the net. He's going to get back out in front. Going to walk it up. Plays it to Fazio on the far point. Fazio loads. He fires. It gets in. Kick to side. Pucciarello will collect on the half wall. He's going to walk up. He'll play it to Winton. Winton walks. He'll go back to Pucciarello. Pucciarello collects. He'll go down in the corner. And Nuccio trying to get after it now. Minutemen step into that, but they're cut off by Spittle. Forced in. Spittle walks back out in front. He's hooked, fights through it. He'll reverse back down in the corner. He'll possess the puck. He's trying to play it out in front, looking for a Nuccio. Stick to side by the Minutemen. Good contained and good sustained pressure by PHC. Pucciarello will collect. He'll drag back into the corner. Chip it forward, trying to get out of that corner. Now he gets Spittle. So we're outnumbering them. Spittle plays down front for a Nuccio. Nuccio steps to it. Get down the ice for an icing. 200 feet. No, they wave it off. It did not have enough legs. So that one died. Fazio picks it up, but he's going to wheel. He's going to hit Sauer. Sauer's going to get across the blue line, loses an edge, but plays it ahead. Trying to keep it deep. It's played back out. Collected by Winton. We're onside. Winton will step into the zone. He's going to drive down. He'll fire this towards the net. It's kicked aside. Minutemen will collect. He'll win around the wall. Fazio will cut this one off on the 50-50. Good challenge. He made his mind up. He gets Spittle. Support is played up. It's kept in by Anunciok. Anunciok will load, will fire. Hits a shin pad in front. Played out. Collected by Anunciok again. He's going to turn. He's going to play it down the Sauer. Sauer trying to play it back out in front of him. Looking for that net drive. But good idea. Gets back out in the neutral zone. Fazio will collect. Fazio's going to turn up at the red line. He'll go 85 feet to Sauer. Gets into the zone. He plays it back across looking for Spittle. Stick to side. Keeps it active for a moment. Collective, they're going to skate this one out. Good back check by hustling Lucas Sauer. Minutemen collect, will put it deep. Maurer will get back. He's going to take a shoulder check. He's going to go behind his own net, throw the brakes on, and skate back up. We're in the midst of a line change, so he doesn't have a winger support there. But he'll fight it off, reverse it again, get back to his forehand, play it D to Fazio. Faz, as it's played ahead to Dannenhauer. Dannenhauer gets there, he collects it, he slides across to Gerberbeck. Gerberbeck's got the goal to be, tries to go between the legs and blows a tire, and now we're coming the other way. All we got to do is drag to the backhand. We're trying to get too fancy there for highlight rolls. I want to just play hockey and deposit pucks as many times as possible. But good puck move, I like it. We're putting the pressure on. Kept in, gets out, chipped out into the neutral zone. Nooner will close this gap. He's going to collect this puck. He'll throw it off the boards. Gerberbeck will get there. Kept in momentarily by the Minutemen. Maurer will collect out in the center seam. We step into each other, but Maurer will calmly collect. He'll use the extra ice, get back behind his own net. Play up the boards looking for Dannenhauer. Dannenhauer uses the big frame of his to fend off one Minuteman, but it's kept in at the point by the other. Now it's chipped and kept off. Poked back out of the neutral zone by beast mode, but the Minutemen are now coming the other way. Maurer steps into him. Again, I like it. I like the play. I like the heavy play. He was surfing and challenging at the blue line. But 4 years too early. That's a good hockey play if we're playing Banthams. We're playing squirt. Minute and 30 seconds. Feel shame. But gets the give. So now we got cars. It's one. It's fought off and we'll knock the puck carrier off it. But the support of the Minutemen will collect, and now we'll set up our box. It's thrown back across far point. It's fired in. Williams sees it the whole way. And again, that's what we like to see. We don't want to overcommit, try to deflect anything in there. We want to control the center of the house, let the goalie see the shots from the outside. The caliber of our goaltenders, they should see them all day, make those saves. Roche wins this one to the half wall, and the men will collect, but Puchero jumping through that lane, challenging, and he's got Z-Man, but the Minutemen are going to come back the other way. Carr will challenge, it's fired in. Carr will stick it aside, use his own net, pushing it in the corner. We'll get there, he'll poke past one, and then we're playing back up to the top of that box. Don't want to over pursue. Played back in, off the side of the net. Carr will collect. And now they're going to get 89 white for the high stick on the stick lift. I think might have been Logan Latch with the head throw. Give him a daytime Emmy award for that one. Wasn't quite an Oscar performance. I think his stick did right up and get him. Refs might be roughing a little bit of the scoreboard here, but Carr will go to the box for 130. So now we got Puchero, Winton, and Fazio 5-on-3. Puchero wins this to the corner. Fazio will collect it. It'll turn. It's going to go high up off the glass. We would have liked to have seen him come out the other side. But the Minutemen will collect. We'll try to stretch it back across. It gets out to the far point. They throw it in. Warned by Fazio, bouncing around. Puchero collects, and now he gets his toes up. He's going to drive wide. He gets past one. Good back pursuit by Logan Latch. Puchero collects it, throws it into the zone. He'll look for a line change, but no one was ready for him. So he'll pull back off, drop back into our triangle. The Minutemen try to play it forward. Good stick by Puchero, leaves them out in the neutral zone. They hold the line, they turn, they fire it inwards. Puchero forcing that play back across, almost picks it off. They wind, they fire, gets in. Big time blocker save made by Colton Williams. He saw it all the way in. Now Fazio trying to stretch the ice. He got Spitzelli onside. He collects it. He's onside. He was on. He had the stretch. He had the Gumby legs. The old Stretch Armstrong. I thought he had 1 foot on. The blue line is good. Referees. Little early call, but hey, good luck. We go to a goaltender change here halfway through this one, 7:38. They almost got that on the dot halfway. But Ellie Shaw now in. Coltman Williams fought off some good scoring opportunities. Now Pacelli picks this one up. He's going to try to split them. He'll drive wide. He'll play it deep, realizing I'm on the penalty kill and I just need to kill time. Now he's going to step to it. He's going to collect it, trying to play it back out in front, fighting off one. Regains it in the corner. He'll collect it. Where's the check? Where's the check? He hit and pins. He's moving it enough so that the whistle's not being blown. Now Spittle gets in. Valuable seconds ticking off this man down opportunity. I like what I see. It's using our head for something other than a hat rack. They're thinking about the game. They're processing. Now the referees will blow it dead, and the puck drop will stay in the zone. There's 1 second left on the man down. So we'll have Sauer, Spittle with Maurer and Z-Man. 1 second, Carr will hop out of that box. They'll have Anuccio jumping from that front door on sides. Puck is dropped. The exchange happens. Anuccio trying to get in there and get above it. Gets a stick on it, but the Minutemen push forward. Collects it as it was left in the slot. He's fighting through. Minutemen fight off. They put it out to the point. It's kept by Maurer. Maurer will turn. He'll fire. Stick to side. Anuccio trying to get to it. Gets his stick left, but he stays on. He has the support of Spittle. Played out, kept it in the point by Z-Man. I thought it was played with a high stick. They let it go. I think the whistle will stay in pocket because of scores for a large majority of the second half of this one. Played out. Carr tries to keep it, unable to. Gets out, but it'll go D to D. Z-Man will chip it past one. Minutemen push it back up the boards, but Declan Spittle there in support. He'll collect this. Going to use his own net. He'll reverse back, looking for Anuccio. Anuccio trying to fight through. He's pinned on the boards. Man pushes it forward. Spittle collects it. He's trying to get it out into that center seam. He gets off the wall with it himself. He'll gain the line. He's going to be on sides. Joe drag past it, gets in. And then the Minuteman goalkeeper alertly stops it with his paddle, jumps on it, and covers it up. But Declan Spittle driving net causes the defender to trip him and interfere with that scoring another prime scoring opportunity. So we'll go back to the man up. The whistles are not away. They'll call these if they have to call. 5:55 left in the second period. We're up 7-0. Back to the man up. Brought to you today by Dunlop's Bar and Grill. Stop in, grab a heavy sands. Tom Eddie Williams sent you. You might get a discount. Rochi between Pacelli and Pucciarello. Winton and Fazio on the points. Rochi wins this one back to Winton. Winton's going to collect. He goes right out to Fazio in that shooting lane. Turns, fires, he gets through, gets wide. Pacelli will collect. Will calmly set up. Gets to his forehand. Plays behind the net to Pucciarello. Also on the forehand. And now he'll walk out. He plays it down to Pacelli. Pacelli goes to Roach. Roach comes off the half wall. He'll reverse back up. He's going to step out and go to a point to Fazio. Fazio walks. He plays it back to Roach. Roach will walk across the top of that house. Plays it back down to the half wall for Pucciarello. So good setup, good puck possession. We're looking to find the guy who's going to cut through that center seam. Roach will step out the other side. He's going to play it out to Winton at the point. Winton will walk. Looking for that A to B pass, or A to C pass down in the corner, as we're starting to see that in the NHL game. But kicked aside by the Minutemen. But it was a good look as he was trying to find Pucciarello camped out in that far corner with the forehand. He would have gotten that and stepped back out in front. But Winton collects, so stretch that to Fazio. Fazio's going to step up, get across the red. He puts it ahead to Roach. Roach has a step. He's on the back end. He's inside the dots. He turns back to the forehand, throws it in, stick to side by the Minutemen goalkeeper. And now it's coming the other way. Nunez is going to get back and recover this one. He'll get onto the forehand. Met by a forecheck. Uses the big frame of his to defend the puck, and Fazio steps to it. He's going to play it ahead to Pucciarello. Pucciarello flips it right back to Rochi. That blue line is on. We can't see it, but that puck did not get back into the white zone above the blue line, so that should have been an onside play. Little anticipation. Spittle will take this one out. He's between Dannenhauer and Gerberbeck. We got Maurer and Nunez. Nunez on that center dot. If we can win it back to Maurer, Maurer flip it right to Nooner. Nooner take the white seam. Go ahead with it, kid. Plays it ahead to Spittle. Spittle leaves it out for Dannenhauer in that soft ice. We're going to take what we can get. He turns, he fires. Hits the skate of a defender. Gets back behind the net where Spittle cuts it off. Gerberbeck gets to it. He leaves it back out in front from Dannenhauer. Collects, turns, fires. Kick save made and hung on to by the Minutemen goalkeeper. Good puck movement. Good shot, far pad. Good save by the Minutemen goalkeeper. Spittle gets his eye on that puck. He's looking to win this one back to Maurer. Gets to the sidewalk, chipped out to Maurer. Maurer will collect. Will fire through. It's tipped aside by Spittle. Minutemen collect. They're trying to hit that center seam. They get it ahead. Good back check. Good stick at the end. It gets up high and wide, but Ellie was there, standing tall. Nose to the puck. Dannenhauer collects. He's going to skate this one across the red. He's across the blue. He'll drive wide. Chips it back towards the net. Looking for that net drive. Gerberbeck gets there late. So now they're going to call Dannenhauer for the slash. I thought the slash was the goalkeeper. I thought the whistle was because of the hack after receiving the snow job in the face. And they didn't get that one, but they got the hack. So Dannenhauer gets the slash. I didn't see it. I thought it would have been on the goalkeeper coming the other way, but we'll go 200 feet. Defensive zone draw to the left of Miss Shaw. We got Rochi and Nutsiuk up front with Z-Man and Carr on the back end trying to kill this one off. Roach wins this forward. The Minutemen collect. Z-Man wears it off a foot. Nutsiuk will collect. Chips off the boards. It's kept in at the point. We'll put it back down the wall. Played back ahead. It gets off the end wall into the far corner. We'll play it out to the far point. Roach will pursue, push him back down the wall. Gets through. High stick. Let them play it. But play it ahead, out in the neutral zone. Minutemen will collect, but Roach putting the pressure on, forces them to fire to the boards, and Max cuts it off and puts it deep. Great penalty kill effort. And Nutsiuk will put the forecheck on, force him back up the near wall. Minutemen will step and try to play it out into the center seam. They're coming the other way. Roach there, back above it. And Nutsiuk tries to cut off in the neutral zone, but they hit the line. Good stick, the side by Z-Man. They'll rim it, bap around. Trying to play it back out in front. Puck's bouncing around. Roach trying to find it. Nutsiuk trying to find it. Throw back in. Kick the side by Ellie Shaw. Carr will get it. He's trying to play it ahead. Off of Minutemen. Z-Man collects, and then he's going to put it up the wall for Nutsiuk. And Nutsiuk's going to get the turn and fire it out into the neutral zone. Roach will force him to go D to D. Minutemen will collect in the neutral, and they play it back in. Carr's going to collect this one. He's going to get his toes right back up as he settles it. Finds Roach under the center seam. The Minutemen will collect in the neutral zone. Roachy surfs it, collects it, trying to force it back out. Second effort does so. It's out into the neutral zone. Nutsiuk gets a stick on it. He's trying to push it forward. We got a man coming off the bench. We're full straight. Roach steps off the boards with it. We got numbers if we hurry. Roach sauces it across looking for Pacelli. And now we're coming the other way as the Minutemen picked it off. We're coming the other way. Z-Man surfs it. Carr was in contain. Pacelli with the back support gets it. Pucciarello stays on side. He's going to try to lift the stick. Pacelli in support picks it up. He's on the forehand. He'll drive wide. He'll get behind the net. Looking for Spittle out in front. Plays to Pucciarello. Pucciarello walks, turns, fires. Kick the side. Spittle will collect. Spittle puts it into the corner where Pacelli will bump him off. Spittle's there too. Spittle falls to the breezers but plays it from his breezers. Minutemen collected. They go back up the boards. Kept by big Michael Winton. You don't want to run into a Jersey barrier. Does cause a lot of front end damage when you do so. Puck battle ensues. Pacelli and Spittle winning that battle. Pacelli walks out, sells pass, walks back across, trying to throw it back out in front. Good idea. Making extra play with the puck. We're possessing it. That one was just tipped aside. Fazio, good challenge, good keep. Forces the Minutemen to ice this one. How is it no ice? How's it no ice? May have gotten a stick on it. I don't know. But either way, play continues. We're inside our own zone. Pacelli collects it, gets off the wall, leaves it out in the neutral zone. Trying to get a leaking L-Dog. L-Dog gets in there. He's trying to drag out. He drags out. He's trying to get off the wall with it. Gets into that center seam. Fights through one back checker. Fights through two. Drags past three. He's in on the fourth. Stick to side, and now the Minutemen will collect and try to come back the other way. They're going to put it up the near wall. Good stick. Good read by Michael Winton. He'll gain the red line, try to push it back forward. Fought off by the Minutemen at their own line. Now a puck battle ensues at the blue line. They're trying to get off the wall with it and come 85 feet. Fazio will step to try to keep it active. He'll get it, and he'll put it deep. So 9 seconds left in this period, and we're trying to learn how to possess the puck, and the best thing to do. Good surf by Pacelli. Shoot! Fired in, paddle save made. The horn sounds. But we're learning. Week to week, we're cleaning up some of those mistakes. We were giving up a lot of mortal sins, as I like to refer to them, in the last minute of play, where we let odd man rushes or shots go in towards our goalie. The one thing we want to do is control the puck and try to keep it down the other end. The best defense, keep it out of your own end so nothing can be bounced in on your goaltenders at the end of a period and cause a momentum shift. What I like to see there, we had good puck possession, good support, and good sustained pressure, right? Just keeping it down the other end, allowing the period to wind down and even get a scoring opportunity right at the horn there. So stay with us. We'll be back for the third period of action here in about 60 seconds. Back for third period action. Ellie will take the crease down to my right under Thumbhouse Bar and Grill on the PHC side of the ice surface. We're back for 15 minutes. Let's go, boys. Let's go. Fire it on up. Learn how to play a 45-minute game. I would like to see us tickle the twine here in the third period. Continue to set up and possess that puck. You got to value that puck. Roche fights through one, fights through two. Winger support jumping through the lane, but that puck stuck. Was collected by the Minutemen and thrown in. Maurer will get it behind his own net. He'll reverse up. Reverses back into traffic. But he's got the support of Roche to fight through that one. Roche is going to collect it on his forehand. He'll step out into the center. Stick to side. As we were bunched up a bit and we didn't want to panic in front of our own net. But the Minutemen will collect it. They'll try to set up. We'll go back to their D at the point. We'll play it back into that far corner. Nunez is going to collect behind his own net. He'll go right up the wall to Gerberbeck. Gerberbeck's going to try to step to it. Unable to get a stick on. It's fired back in, but Nunez reads it. Stopped it momentarily. Roach there to pick a pocket and stop the primary scoring opportunity coming the other way. He'll play it ahead for Gerberbeck. The Minutemen will try to keep it in, but Gerberbeck fights through it, forces them out into the neutral zone. Minutemen will collect. They'll play it back forward. Bouncing puck as it was lollipopped. Collected inside our own zone. Nooner's going to collect this one now. A puck battle ensues. Roach gets back to the defensive side of it. They try to get off the wall. Gerberbeck's there to meet it. They drag past one, and then Roach alertly stepping through the seam. He's got one to beat. He's in. He's on the back end. He sauces across to Gerberbeck. Gerberbeck unable to collect and get it off. But good, unselfish play. It's the right play to work on there. Carr will collect. Will get back to his forehand. He's got white ice. Minutemen are in a chain, so he's going to take it back to the center. He'll get to the blue line. Force it deep. Stay on it himself. He'll get it in. Allowing his line to partially change. Anuncio gets in. It's fired out. Z-Man will collect. He'll walk the line. He'll keep it. He'll go off the glass. The line is in. Is it coming out? Huh? I mean, the blue line is in. Hard to see it. Very hard to see it. But there is no plane breakage. It's got to get all the way across. Much like a goal across the goal line. That puck's got to get all the way out into all that puck. You got to see some white ice between the blue line and the black biscuit. Oh, well, it's hard to see that blue line, so we'll give them the benefit of the doubt. We're coming the other way. Good stick to Z-Man. Pushes it aside. It's backhanded in on Shaw. Shaw collects. Carr's trying to get it out. He'll stick it away. It'll get out to the point. They'll turn the fire back in. Anunciuk wears it. Z-Man will collect it. Go off the boards with it. And Anunciuk trying to do everything he can to get that 55-pound frame of his to the bench on one leg. He gets there. Pucciarello will jump on for him. We'll get a defensive pairing change as well. Minutemen trying to flip it back out. Cut off by Pucciarello. Pucciarello walks down the wall, gets past one. Back on the forehand. Drives, shoots, fires. Kicked aside by the Minutemen goalkeeper. He'll leave it for Spittle behind the net. Spittle now playing 1-on-3. Pucciarello will get in there to help him. He's looking for that puck to bounce loose. Minutemen come out the other side with it. Cut off by Pucciarello. Forced back behind their own net. Now we'll get a cross. Spittle trying to get above it. Winton keeps. Winton will turn. He'll fire. It's kicked aside. Gets into the far corner where Pucciarello will collect. 10-2. He's looking for Spittle. Kicked aside by the Minutemen. Pucciarello plays it back out in front. Sticked aside this time and collected by the Minutemen. They'll skate this one out. Flip it back out into the center where Spittle will pick it off. Plays it to the end boards. Play it in. Spittle will collect. He'll go behind his own net. Going to go outside. Now he'll get back off that wall into the center seam. No, he's going to drive wide. He's going to take what's given to him. Now he'll drive into that center seam. Pacelli driving into that net. Throws it back across. It gets behind the Minutemen cage off the end boards, and they'll collect on the near boards. Trying to chip it back out in the center, but it's cut off by Pucciarello. Minutemen will go D to D behind their own net. Too hot to handle. Where get up to the other hash marks and fired back in by Spittle. Pucciarello's going to collect. He's going to walk off the wall with it. Going to collect. He's met by one or two yellow sticks. They chip it out in the neutral zone where Winton collects. He's trying to chip it forward. Now he'll join the rush. He steps in. He's got Pacelli with him. Fumbles that puck coming off the sideboards where the Minutemen collect, but Spittle keeps it in. Pacelli drags past one, gets in. He'll get behind the net, trying to play it back out in front. Minutemen collect, and they try to hit that center seam. They get it out in the neutral zone. Good challenge by Fazio. Good recovery. They force that shot or dump in from soft ice and get it back out. Winton's going to try to go right up the boards. Guy drives through. You don't want to touch that Jersey barrier. Pucciarello plays it to Pacelli. Pacelli wins the puck battle, comes back off the wall with it. Cleans it behind the net to Pucciarello. Pucciarello plays it out to Spittle. Spittle loads. He fires. Tipped on the way in. Kicked aside by the Minutemen. And now they're coming the other way in transition. But we have three jerseys back. It'll get through. Nooner will step to this one. We'll get his toes up. Come off the boards looking for Pucciarello. Spittle able to chip past. He fires Pucciarello out in that center ice. He drags past one. Unable to get there past two. But the Minutemen are now coming the other way. We have jerseys back. Nooner will step and pressure this one. But they walk past. They step out in front. They fire. Hits iron. Gets back into the corner. Rochi there to contain. We'll push it up the wall for Pucciarello. Pucciarello chips it out into that center seam. It gets out into the neutral zone. He tries to chip past him. He stays on it. He gains the puck. He has the line. He has Pacelli with him. He'll pull up at the dots. Oh, he's tripped. No whistle. That's a trip. Good play. I'll give the Minutemen defender the good play on that. But no whistle. Play continues. Maurer collects. He plays it to Pacelli. Pacelli will drag past. He gets out into that center seam. He's got Roach going up ahead of him. He's going to drive wide. He'll gain the red line. He'll dump and pull up for a change. So Rochi and Gerbevec coming off the bench. Rochi gets there. Gerbevec collects. He tries to step it back out in front. Sticked aside by the Minutemen who play it forward, but Dadenhauer collects. He's going to walk that blue line, poke check, and gets out in the neutral zone. Where Maurer will collect. He'll go back off the sideboards. Gets in, and now we'll go last play on the puck. So we'll come far side of the neutral zone. As Maurer was trying to pull up, For a line change, alertly stopped, collected it, throw it back off the wall, but it leaks back into their zone and whistled dead. So we get a full lane change. We got Nasty between Beast Mode and G, Carr and Z. Chip the head into the neutral zone, or into the PHC zone. Z will collect it. He'll go off the boards looking for Gerbevec. Gerbevec collects. He leaves it for Roach. Roach gets on slides as they blow it dead as neither referee on the line. Dadenhauer threw the brakes on. And say he entered too soon. So we'll have a neutral zone draw. If we can win this one back to Z-Man, get it to Carl on that dot, he's going to have a white seam in front of him. They win it to the sideboards. Minutemen will try to contain, but fought off by Dadenhauer. He's hauled down. Nothing called. Minutemen trying to chip through that neutral zone to get in. Challenged by Z-Man, push back outside. Minutemen collect. Carr's going to get this one. He's going to flip this ice to Gerbevec. Gerbevec's going to go. He's going to join the rush. Gerberbeck's got beast mode in car with him. He drives past one, collects on the half off car, driving net. Dannenhauer driving net. Gerberbeck puts it on net, and the Minutemen goalkeeper doesn't let the rebound out. We might have liked to have seen that one slid across as we had. Wet front drive by 2. Car going far post. Dannenhauer going near post. You slide that one across, it's probably tucked in the back of the net. So we'll talk to Gerberbeck. We'll let him know. Spittle to take this draw between Sauer and Mitsuki's and Carr on the points. Push forward. Minutemen collect. Carr will challenge and keep at the blue line, but a second effort by the Minutemen get it ahead. Sauer turns back in with it. And we're still below that line, so they'll whistle it dead for an offsides. 8:45 left in this one. We haven't tickled the twine in a while. I'm looking for a late score here. Maybe 3 or 4 more. Spittle pushes this one forward. Chip back ahead. Fazio will collect. He's going to get in on that blue line. He turns. He fires it. Bounces in on that. Goaltender makes a save. Swinging sticks a little bit. The referees might want to keep an eye on that. So we'll have an offensive zone draw to the left. Minutemen goalkeeper. Spittle resets. Gets his eye on that puck. He wins this one back to Sauer. Sauer collects. He's going to leave it for Fazio. Fazio's going to collect. Put it back down into the corner. And Nichuk will get after it. Take the body. And leaves the puck for Spittle. So Spittle will set up on the forehand. He'll drive behind the net. He chips it out in front off the side of the net. Looking for Sauer. He'll play it back to Nichuk. Nichuk puts it back behind the net. Looking for Spittle. Gets past him. But Sauer's on that. They're setting up. They're controlling, possessing puck. This one will be pushed back behind the Minutemen net. Witten will step to it. Fires it back out in front. Stick to head by Sauer. Sauer and Nichuk take each other out. And then the Minutemen throw his stick. So now we're coming the other way with numbers. Fazio's back. He's going to challenge. He'll let the shot come across, pass come across. He's playing pass, so it gets into the corner. Minutemen will ring this around the net. Pinch in and keep it active. Net by Michael Witten and Declan Spittle. Now they'll come back out to the point. They're going to collect. They're going to walk. They're going to go D to D. Step into that line. Shoot and fire. Kick to side by Ollie Shaw. Fazio will collect. He's got his toes up. He's got 3 out in front of him. Plays it ahead. Gets in. It's played by the Minutemen goalkeeper. So icing's waved off. They'll ring it around. We're in the defensive change, so this will get out into the neutral zone. Good challenge by Pucciarello. They actually say it's onside. He steps in, turns down, fires it back across to Nichuk. Nichuk drives past, turns and fires in. Kicked aside by the Minutemen goalie. Minutemen collect. They're going to move the other way with it. Maurer contains, realizing he had the support of Pucciarello there. They'll leave it behind the net. Nooner will collect this in the corner. Gets his eyes up, flips it off into the center for Pucciarello. Gets out into that neutral zone, but the Minutemen will collect. They'll enter the line. They drag past 1, they drag past 2. They step in. Ellie Shaw fights it off the whole way. Throw him back out in front. Pucciarello will collect it. He's going to get his toes up. He's got one with him. He's got Pacelli going with him. Pushes up to Pacelli. Pacelli's on sides. He's got Pucciarello coming back. He drags in. Gets pushed in the corner. Pacelli will get there. Trying to find that puck, but the Minutemen collect, and they're coming the other way. They got numbers in net, and it's a 2-on-2. Good back pressure by Roach, but he steps through, gets through RD, and then elevates it right up over Ellie's net off that end glass. And now Roach gets hooked, interfered with, but he plays it ahead to Pacelli. Pacelli finds Pucciarello leaking in at that far blue line, gets out ahead of him. But I like the eyes up, making the neutral zone, looks and reads. Roach will keep. He'll try to keep this one, and he fires it in with the backhand right inside the Minutemen bench. Neutral zone draw. Nasty. L-Dog. Money Man. Carr and Z-Man. Minutemen are going to try to step in. Carr will fight this one off of the zone blue line. Back into the neutral zone. Big body. Kicks off the wall. Pucciarello collects. He's bodied up, but he fights through it. Chips it ahead in the soft ice for Roach. Roach drags past 1. Plays it across for Pacelli. Turns. Plays it back to Roach. Oh! Good hockey play. Timing just a split second off. This one's fired out of the zone. It'll get back. Z-Man will collect. As they do not call the icing. It got across that red line, but they're not going to call it. Z-Man will collect it. Push back into the corner where Carl will get it. He'll push it up the wall to Roach. Roach gets off that wall when he's on the forehand. He pushes it ahead looking for Pacelli. Pacelli's going to get to this one at the half wall. He'll try to collect it. Pacelli does collect it. 10-2s, trying to drag past. Met by four checkers. We're changing our defensive pairing. So the Minutemen push up the boards, cut off by Roach. Roach tries to play it back in. Picked up by the Minutemen. They play it out into that center seam. Winton's there and contained. He'll challenge just inside his own blue line. He'll push him back outside the dots. Force him to turn up. We'll stay with it. They play it back across. Stick to side by Gerbevec. We'll get out to the far wall where Fazio will push it back up. Minutemen collect, but they come back down in the traffic of Max Roach. Max Roach gets out into the center seam. He plays it ahead for Gerbevec. Gerbevec's met by a poke. Roach following it up. Unable to chip it out, but they push it back in and it'll get behind the net where Winton will collect. He'll go back and reverse it up to Gerbevec. Gerbevec chips past one, chips past two. Roachy now collects it. Roachy trying to drag past. Met by a yellow back checker. They chip it ahead momentarily. Ball off to Winton, and now Roach plays it ahead looking for Gerbevec. Picked off of the blue line. Winton followed up. He's going to use his big frame of his to gain that line. He turns, he fires. He throws that right into the family jewels. Right into the jewels. He might need to go to the bench and get bounced around a little bit. So he's down and out for the count, but he gets to the bench, and now we're coming the other way. Whistle, hand goes up on PHC for the challenge. Roughing on 2-2. Good puck pursuit. Good pressure. Referees think a little too much. So we're called upon to kill this one off with Maurer and Nooner on the back end. Sauer and Anutsiuk up front. Defensive zone draw to the left of Miss Shaw. Drop this one. Sauer fights it off. It gets back out. LEC the whole way, directs that into the corner. Nooner will collect, will throw it up the wall. Minutemen will let it get out to the point where he'll turn it back in. Nooner kicks to the side. Now he'll come out the other side to Anutsiuk. Anutsiuk's going to collect. He's going to get above the blue line. He's above the red. We'll get to the blue. Fire it in. Minutemen goaltender will stop it, collect it. And that's a good effort there. As we gain the line, we fired in on net and then crashed the net, causing him to hang on to it. So now we have an offensive zone draw on a penalty kill. All around good play. I like what I'm seeing. The guys on the bench are probably coaching them, talking to them today. I know they did some video and worked on some stuff this week in practice. I like what I'm seeing. The kids are starting to think the game rather than throw pucks. Sauer wins this one back to Maurer. Maurer turns, he fires, it bounces in. It's kicked aside, paddled aside by the Minutemen goalkeeper. They throw it up the wall. It's kept by Sauer, and then Maurer in support. Steps in, fires it back in. Minutemen will try to come out the other way. Nuccio gets above it, fights it off, tries to step off the wall with it. He's hauled down. Gets back to his feet, trying to keep it deep. But the Minutemen will skate this one out into the neutral zone. They'll chip it ahead. Trying to get back on that center seam. Leaks through. Maurer step to it. Puck gets out in the soft ice. No damage. Fired in. Good stick by Maurer. Maurer will fight this one off. He'll get outside the dots. He'll go high off the boards. It gets out into the neutral zone, but they say it's good. Fire back in. Ellie will paddle it aside. Nuno will get to it. He goes off the glass. Kicked and kept in momentarily by the Minutemen. It gets past our wingers. They step down the good sweeping stick by Ethan Nunez. They play it back off the wall. They get it back in. It's fired back across the goal mouth. Maurer trying to collect and find it. Sauer collects it. He's going to try to push it ahead for Anutsiuk. Chipped and kept in by the Minutemen, but second effort, Anutsiuk collects it. He's going to fire this one down. It's going to get in on net. They'll play it back ahead. We'll be able to get a line change, and we're back to even strength. So good penalty kill there. Roach picks this one off in the center. Gets into the boards, trying to chip it back forward. So now what we have is an advantage of fresh legs against the tired power play unit of the Minutemen. Can we try to take advantage here? We run into traffic on those boards, and the Minutemen are pushing it forward, so they'll get their change if they need it. They'll drive back out. They'll fire it in. Ellie kicks it aside. Roach collects it. He's got Pucciarello in the center seam. Trying to find him. Kept and fired back in. Probably should come down this way. But they'll get a dot right out of the PHC's bench and zone. 1:57 left in this one. 7-0. Roachy between Pucciarello and Pacific. Z-Man and Carr. Carr, you're a little wide. You're a little wide. Let's play it back to him. Little did I know they were going to play it back to him and give him some white ice. He's like, keep your mouth shut up there in the press box. So he gains the red line, pushes it deep. They play it back ahead. Pacelli cuts it off. It gets out to the point for Carr. Carr will collect it back to the forehand. He'll put it down the wall. Gets back behind the net where Pacelli will cut it off on the far side. He's going to get to the forehand. He's going to look to come back to the point. We'll play it out to Z-Man. Z-Man's going to collect. He's going to wind and fire. Doesn't get through. Roach collects it. Plays it back across, looking for Pucciarello on that back door. Pucciarello will collect. We'll go back down the wall with it. We'll step down into that corner. Now we'll get the cycle set up. He'll walk around. He's going to go to the point. Z-Man collects. He goes to Carr. Carr's going to collect this one. He'll turn, he'll fire, bounces around, doesn't get through. So now the Minutemen coming the other way. They play it ahead. It'll be chipped in. Carr will take a shoulder check. You understand there's pressure's coming. He's going to reverse up, looking for Pucciarello. Minutemen try to jump it, but Pucciarello picks a pocket. They step off the wall, challenged by Carr. It's played back across, collected by Z-Man. Z-Man will now skate. He'll flip it out into that center seam for Pucciarello. Fought off by the Minutemen at their line. They'll turn, they'll leave it. Now they're coming back the other way. They're going to play it back across. We're in a defensive change. Winton's trying to get from the bench. Good stick lift by Pacelli. Carr will collect this. Go up the wall to Pacelli. Pacelli trying to get off the wall with it. Play back in. Roach will collect this one. He'll get his toes up. He'll hit that center ice, and now he's going to skate 85. He's got a lot of white ice with him. He's got Pucciarello going with him. They're both on their forehands. He's going to gain the line. He's going to drive wide, see what's taking to him. He'll reverse. He'll throw it across, looking for Pucciarello. Lay it out. Winton will collect. He'll turn. He'll fire, and that gets in the back of the net. So that hits near post and gets in. Hey, good puck movement. Good idea reversing back up the water. Throw it in front and stick to side. Good read by Michael Winton. Hey, I'm not going to do anything fancy. I'm not going to overcrank. Just going to throw it hard and low. And guess what happens? Pickles a twine for the 8th time today. Love what I'm seeing. Nice way to finish a game here. Spittle will take the center ice face off. We'll tie up. We'll jump the lane. That puck's bouncing around. We're just trying to find the puck. Fazio surfs it. Gervivek collects. He's going to gain. He's going to get one last chance now. It'll be surfed and pushed aside by the Minutemen. 3, 2, 1. Combined effort by the goalkeepers today and a good 45 minutes of puck possession, puck movement, and team play. I'm very, 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 very pleased with what I saw today by PHC. 8-0 combined shutout. Clint Manninelli. They did have to fight off some quality scoring chances that I didn't want to see, but they stood tall. They did their job. An overall good team effort. Loved what I saw. And we'll get back to it next weekend. So stay with us. We'll be back next week for a live broadcast after we go through another week of practice and preparation. We have no Philly sports. We have a Flyers game this weekend, I think. We have a Flyers game tonight. Yeah. Unfortunately, the Birds and the Phillies have let us down, so tune into some college football. And we'll be with you next weekend. Thank you.